All right, we'll let everybody get in. What we're going to do is test out our watercolors that we made. Spray. Let them start getting wet. I'm going to use this book. And I don't have any black watercolor paper, but I have some heavier cardstock that I thought we'd use. Welcome, Tamara. Hi, Eileen and Jean. So, all right. These are the magicals I made into watercolors. These are the regular pigments, and the earth pigments were hard to actually, they've all cracked. They're hard to mix and get the right proportion. And these are the ones that I made that are the shimmering ones from the mica pigments. And I ordered new pigments that we can play with in a little bit. So let me move this real quick and I'll show you what I ordered. So I ordered samples. They're very small amounts because I just ordered a sample. And if you ordered $10 or more, it was free shipping, and it's in the US. It's called Just Pigments. So I ordered, this is a skin tone rose gold. Like I said, these are really small samples. They were all 2-gram samples. So they're not very expensive. They're like $1 or $2, but you could definitely make a pan or two with them. If you just wanted to make your own pans, this would be the way to go. If you just wanted to make some yourself and you didn't want to buy them, you just wanted to dabble in it, this would be a good source. So there's a rose gold. Glitter gold. I was looking for something that was a little brighter gold. Green gold, because you can't go wrong with green gold. Blue green gold. Magic blue. And then they had a couple. This was an interference. It's blue orange. And I thought that'd be fun to try. And this one is blue, violet, red, orange. It's an interference also. But these ran $1.50 to $2.25. The mica shift ones were $2.25. And the others were $1.10. And the blue green gold was $1.50. So my order was like $11. It was just enough to get free shipping. And I thought I'd try them. And then they have other sizes available. So I thought that was a really, if you wanted to just dabble in it, that was a really great size. And in the US, it's free shipping, so you can't beat that. All right, so I can't stop saying that. I'm going to take the edge off this paper. The biggest problem I noticed when I was going to sketch something out last night, pencil does not show up on here. So it's straight to the paper with the paint, or use something else like like a pen. I'm thinking about using some of these to draw with and then filling in with the watercolor. Just to get a basic shape is my thought. And I know I want some of these fan type shapes. Probably use a starfish. I'm going to use some circles. So let's just, I'm just going to take the white one to sketch, and these will move with water anyways. They're not permanent. It'll just give me something that I can see to work with. Then let's add like coral branch. You know what else would have worked really well is a white pencil, potentially. We might try this on the next one. This is a Stadler. I think it's, I don't know what it is. Okay, and then let's put, I'm having a hard time seeing. Okay, let's start with a circle. Shape. And then let's put another piece of this coral looking stuff. Back behind here. All right, I can't see. The book on my desk is called Star Branch, Spiral, and Fan by Yelena James. And I have tabbed several pages, but basically she is using these basic shapes to draw in her, I'll show you. This is kind of what her work is like. And so she's just showing different things you can do with each of those shapes. And like pen and ink or Dee Dee's done a review on this book. I've used the book before, and Xander has used the book. So we all have videos where we've talked about this book. I think that was one that Z enabled us to buy, some of us. Okay. I'm going to start with that and start using the watercolor. All right. I don't know. I think right now I'm going to use a number 6. And I'm going to use a blue in here. And there's 2 that I'm using. One is this one right here that I'm using right now is the one that I called Sky. And the other blue is the one I called Night. Has some purple in it. Now, I will say if you're not using these on black, I would probably, if I were to use them in a regular watercolor, I would tend to use them on a color that I'd already laid down. They're not very opaque at all because they're just like mica shimmer. So I would add them on top of a color, which we can do that later. When we do the next one, we can make that our focus. And I'm not using a lot of water, so I'm not really worried about the paper buckling too much for what I'm doing. Hold on just a second. Bob, I can hear that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I had to remind Bob that we were live. He had music going. Thank you, Tamara. For the thumbs up. Usually I stream on Saturdays for those of you that are new or watching and you want to attend a live stream. Usually Shauna goes first and then I go. The mic's not picked. Well, okay. Well, I don't want to find out about it later and get a strike, Jean. So. Okay, and I've got a little corner back here. And then some of these holes would need to be hit with blue. Thanks, Jean. Hi, Kaylee. All right, so let's switch to the green gold. Which I named Kelp in my set. And all the ones I'm using today, I have on my Etsy in sets, or some of them I have individual pans, some of them I don't have individual. But if I had, if I didn't have the individual and you wanted it, I'll break a set up. It doesn't matter. Do that. You don't really need to see the palette. It's like, all right, give the computer time to respond and pull that up. Let me skip this. I think that'll be better. Hi, Gregory. We're going to paint in class. Next week, y'all. Or I'm going to paint as a demo. Not like this paint, but on Wednesday or Thursday, whichever day you have class. And then we're going to make paint when we do minerals. What we're going to do is we're going to do something like this on Wednesday, a paint pour. Okay, I'm going to turn this so I can see. I'm getting a little bit of buckle in this paper, but not too bad. It's like I said, a fairly heavy cardstock. And I'm keeping my water pretty light. Okay, I'm going to let that dry a little bit, and then I'm going to hit it again. I don't do resin. Someone asked me to do resin, and I just have had no luck with the few times I attempted to use resin and drying. But acrylic pour, no problems. Acrylic pouring is about getting your consistency right, I think. And the right colors, because sometimes if you use the transparent, you'll get mud, or what color you like, learning which colors play well together and which colors don't. I started mostly on 8x10 canvases. I've done some larger ones, but not a whole lot. Mainly because larger canvases don't sell in art shows. I sell the smaller stuff more often. Dot. Okay. Let's go in and add this is leaf. I don't know if I want that in there or not. Nope, I don't. So let's just do this. And we'll get rid of that. Somehow I got a line in there I think I should have left gray. Let me see if I can lift some of that out. Yeah, there we go. Put that back in. All right, then I'm going to go back with the blue and fix that. And I can, when I do the white paint pen, that'll make more sense. Okay, so now we're going to go with some of Eileen's absolute favorite color. Some pinks. And I'm going to start with this bright, like pink. It's more pink in it. Right, and then the one right next to it has some, it's a pink with a gold in it. I'm going to add some of that. I like that better. I think it won't be real pink after I'm done. I promise you that. I'm not a big pink girl either. Okay, let's add some of that champagne pink. Blush is what I called it when I named it. This is kind of a light pink with the gold in it. Okay. Let's go in with it. Bright pink first, again. I need to order some of that black watercolor paper that you found, Eileen. Okay, now let's come in with more of a burgundy wine color. In the middle. Actually, I take that back. Let's just come in and add some of that on one side. On the bottoms. Let's go back to that champagne color. All right, so let me dry that real quick. So I'm going to turn the heat gun on. All right, so I'm going to add a little more of the darker color and even a more red version. And I'm just using a damp brush at this point. All right, now I'm going to go to the champagne color again. Try to soften some of that. Trying to make it sink in and give the illusion that it's sinking in. And then I'm going to come to this outer edge and just darken the outer edge just a little bit. And then go back to the champagne color and kind of soften it. All right, and then I'm going to go with kind of a silver in this middle. And this weird concoction I made that was like a turquoise. And I don't remember what this one was. It's like a gold and it's kind of a bronze color. I'm gonna put that in the middle. It doesn't show up a lot. I'm going to even put some of that in a couple places up here. To get a little depth. It's kind of I think it's that dark rose gold color we made. That was kind of a bronze and a silver, but not a bright silver. I'm just adding it on the one side. Throw a little more silver into that one. Kind of create another one of those holes with that dark silver. Here and there. Oh, just about done with the, ready to do the pen work. I need some of that blue in there on that one end. All right, so let's close those up, put the brush up. I'm going to dry it real quick. All right. So I got some buckling, but not too bad. Nothing I can't probably flatten out. White paint pen, black paint pen. I need to open the rest of these. Here's a little white paint pen. And then we have, I have a burgundy here. There's a green gold color. I'm just trying to add some. This is like a silver, so it's sort of adding some highlights. Some of this is going to be hard to show up on the screen. Let's see if I can give this. Lumpy, bumpy texture is what I'm shooting for. Yeah, this works. Trying to give it some texture. Okay, that gave them some. All right, let's use the white paint pen. That's where you get the bang for your buck. Okay. The white on the blue really helps. Okay. Now, let's see. This may not work. It's not dark enough. Let's try this. Oh, wait a minute. Is that the one I just tried? Yeah, that's not working. But I had a Sharpie. Hopefully it works. Well, that's not working either. Let's try the white paint pen. And when it's dry, we'll put some over it. Put dots. Let me turn this around and finish this one. Thanks, Joan. Come again with the white paint pen. The white on top of the stuff is so pretty. It just gives it a lace effect. Throwing the camera into it, Tizzy. And you got to clean the tip off every once in a while because you do get a buildup, even though it's on watercolor, because it's the mica, I'm sure, is. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so there's, and you can see it just shimmers. Oh, that needs white dots, doesn't it? And then we just need to decide if we're done or if it needs another element in the background. The blacks did not. I kind of think it might be done. Let's put it in a mat and see if we think it needs. So the colors that I used, well, I just took all the little white ones on the ground. Cuss words. All right, so the colors that I used I used Night. I used the Burgundy. I used Jellyfish and Anemone, Sky, and a little bit of Storm and Kelp. Oh, sorry. So I used the pink champagne color was this Jellyfish. The green was the Kelp. The brighter blue was Sky. The darker, there were two darks. One is Anemone and one is Burgundy. This one's got more pink mulberry color. This one's more red. And then I used a little bit of Night. So I think I'll just call this one done, sign it. The only other thing I'm thinking about doing is giving it a little bit the other color I used was sand. That's the other color I used. That color that was kind of a bronzy color, that was sand. And I'm thinking about using a little bit more of that. Just to create a little bit of a foreground. Put it in here a little bit. Kind of intermingle it around my signature a little bit here and there. And just let it shimmer out here and there. Oh. So like I said, it has really, you can see that it just shimmers. All right, so let me get a piece of white paper. And I'm going to get a regular palette real quick. And let's think of something we can do really simple, really quick. These are just regular watercolors. Let's do just trying to get some water on the paper first. And then I'm just gonna grab some blue. Okay. Let's pounce in some wispy clouds. Right, and then I'm going to take the same blue that we used. Add some shimmer here and there. And I'm going to take that darker blue and add it into. I'll pounce back. Kind of get a soft sky going. Okay. So you can sort of see the colors on the, and it's a subtle shift on the white. Okay, let's go in with cream. I don't know what I'm painting, so I'm just adding some greenery in. Try to create a little bit of depth. All right, let's add some shimmer to that in places here and there.
You can't hear that, can you?
Hear what? No.
Bathroom radio.
No.
Okay, dear.
Thank you.
Love you.
I love you.
I can't work like that. Trying to be an artist, honey.
I don't know what he's talking about. It's a path. I don't know if it's a, I don't know what this is. I'm trying to be intuitive, but it's not. And then I'm adding some of that green gold here and there for some shimmer. And it does granulate, and there's like a blue. Let me hold it up a minute and you'll see. You can sort of see how it separates. The light, it's hard. But the green one that I named Kelp has some blue pigment in it. These are the shimmer. The ones in front of me are regular. So I'm just using a combination of regular and then adding areas of shimmer on top. That was a different color. It was just a darker shimmer. It's more of a sage gray. I'm just trying to get some depth in here. So I'm using some of the shimmer. This is like a kind of a green gray. These are the ones I made, yes. And the ones I'm using are the ones that I have for sale in my Etsy shop. So the ones that I have been using on this with regular watercolor is Sky, Kelp, Storm, Sage, Night, and I've just been using them on top of the regular ones just to put some shimmer, which is going to be really hard to show. You can probably see it flash just a little, but it's just another way you can use them. Just to add that touch. Okay. So do we want like a brook to go through here? Like a, I'm thinking I may have to do more with the grass in that area, but I'm thinking a stream. Still not. I don't have two things of color with water with me today. So I'm thinking that I just want a stream in here. It's not going to be this bright. In fact, I need to get some of the blue from the sky in that water too. And we're going to put some rocks. Something maybe encroaching right here. I just want to use some of the turquoise shimmers. Hi, Sharon. Okay, so I'm going to add some more. All right, and then I'm going to lift out an outcrop of rocks here and there. So let's put in I'm just gonna make a little bit of it like a rock color. Okay, there'll be some rocks and then maybe a big. Maybe a big rock right in here. I don't know, like I said, we're making it up as we go. I'll get some more of this. I'm just trying to block in some color. I don't know. We'll see. Like I said. We haven't watched a whole lot of the coverage. I'm trying. I don't like that color. at all, but that helped. I'm just trying to blend where I had the line. I was going to use a different green, but no. Let's just a mixture of the regular and the shimmer. So I'm just kind of playing with no plan. So I think I'm happy enough with that. I'm going to put some of that grayish line of that in here. And this is that gray shimmer. Just trying to darken just that area where the heel is. Okay, and then let's add some. These are some of the blues I did in the shimmer. The turquoises and the brighter blue. Kind of get it darker. Going back here. All right, let's get some brown. Let's work on these rocks. Okay, the other thing I always use in rock is gray and black. So I'm gonna start getting some of that in here. Okay, and then pounce. Let's put some. All right, I have to go to the, I don't have a lot of dark in the shimmer. So I'm going to go to the black magicals that I made. I'm going to put a little bit of that here and there. Pounce again to get that mottled look. Tap some dark back in a couple places. Just needs a little water. All right, so let's kind of repeat that process up here with this outcrop of rock. All right, let's model that. Maybe even a little bit more. All right, now let's go in with the gray and the black. I had to add some blue somewhere. Here's a midnight blue next to the black. Also need more water. Okay. Oh, now I'm gonna try to distinguish a couple rocks. Sorry, no, I'm not on screen. I'm gonna take some of that Lindy's. Oops. Bye, Teresa. Thank you, Donna. All right, so I think the rocks are pretty good. Let's add a little bit of shimmer, like a bronze here and there. Where the light might hit. This is kind of also like a frosted white one I have that I made. And it's got glitter in it. So I'm just going to throw it here and there where maybe I want to kind of highlight. Okay, then I'm gonna trying to ground some of them in the water. Oh, gloves in a bottle. I don't. Z uses that too. All right, so I think we just need to work on the water. Or just wear it. I'm going to work on this too a little bit. You know what it needs? It needs a tree. It needs some trees, which we'll have to add. Okay. Need to work on the water. I'm going to get some of the shimmer in the blue and some of the teal and kind of mix it. And a little bit of the night too in there. Okay, and then okay, got it. Lighter at the end and more at the I'm thinking it's time for some tree branches. You're going to do an art tip every stream. Okay, Shauna. All right, so there's where we're at with the water. Oh, I know what we can add in. We can add a little bit of that blue or the white with this shimmer. Here and there. Okay. All right, I think I can put the shimmer away. We need tiny brushes. To do trees. And I ordered a bunch. I have a bunch of little brushes. All right. So I'm going to get some brown on my palette. Just a mixture of some browns. I'll even add a little black in there. Some water. It's on that brush. Okay. One of the things I'm thinking it could use So I'm going for a fence line. Okay, and then I'm gonna go even tinier brush, and I'm just grabbing some black. So I'm just going, like I said, for some wonky fence line. Even have it broken in a couple places. And I am going to take some white mixed with that little bit of black. Hit some of these on the side. And I'm going to come in with a little bit of that darker color. You know, better color is that shimmer color. Kind of adding a shadow. Okay. Then I'm thinking tree. I'm going to turn this upside down. I like this so far, and I'm gonna do trees and okay, now I'm gonna come back in. I think I need a bigger brush right now. I'm just trying to do some like brambles, like barren. More rocks up here. Maybe a rock. Outcrop right even here. Okay, just a second. I don't know if I like that, but okay, let's try. Yeah, my trees just are so. I hate trees. Got an illusion of trees back here. in this. Bunch. That's the hanging tree. Okay, I don't like that outcrop of rock right there. So I'm going to attempt to separate. That's better. I don't mind the rock on the ground. I think I'm actually done. How it's simple. Let me get those all in the water out of my way. I don't know if this mat fits, but we'll get a basic idea. Yeah, it fits all right. Yeah. But you can fix that. All right, we just need to sign this baby. And call her done. Then we might mix a pigment. But I just wanted to show how you could use the shimmer with the regular watercolors. And I think if I hold it, rock it, can you see there is shimmer on the page? You can see. And that's how I intend to use them. Because I don't have a lot of, I don't have white. Yeah, the landscape is just like, I didn't have a plan, a sketch. I'm trying to clean these brushes so they're not laid in water. Let me move them. Okay, I'm trying to figure out where to sign this. Where I want to sign it. I think on this rock. I think on this rock right here. It'll kind of blend in with the mat. It's signed, but okay, so that shows you two ways to use the shimmery paints. It's on a black or over traditional watercolors. All right, let's play with the new pigments a little bit. And then, okay. So again, the colors that I used today, I have in my Etsy, Debbie Epps, were the green gold, which is kelp, the champagne pink color, which was jellyfish, little bronze color is sand, the bright blue is sky, the one of the burgundies I used was anemone. Used the sage in the landscape, the night we used, and the burgundy. I don't know how I don't have that many teals. This one, CB? That's the night and the sky, the kelp, 3 of the pinks with white, and then that's the sand down there. And then white paint pen. Yeah, that's my shop that Jean linked. Thanks, Jean. Yeah, I can't believe I didn't put any teals in those sets. All right, let's try this. Now, these are from Just Pigments, and they're sample sizes. So they're not going to make a whole lot. It was just an order to see, because you order the colors you want. It's not a set. They're in the US, and if you they're in Arizona, and if you order $10 worth of pigments, it's free shipping in the US. Well, let's just, there's no point in, this is the rose gold. I'm just going to make what's in this bag. And it's called Skin Tone Rose Gold. And this is a 2-gram sample. All I ordered was sample packages from this site. I think they're going to be who I go ahead. If I make more to sell, first I'm going to sell what I made. I mean, I don't know if it's going to be, but this is Skin Tone Rose Gold. Just Pigments. Yep. I don't know what their international shipping is. Is Kathy Berg here? No, it came in a little package. None of it's heavy. It's like Jean said, it's I'll get that all mixed up and I'll add some more. Medium. Yeah, it looks like it's a pretty color. Put just a little bit of water in there. I'll switch this. Okay. It's a pretty color. Let's see. We'll swatch it on some paper in just a minute. It's definitely enough to fill 2 half pans or 1 full pan to sample. Yeah, I'm sure there are. I was just looking. What I was doing was trying to see if my other place that I buy the pigments from in the US had anything like the Tokyo or the Krimmer without the super expensive shipping, because, you know, pigments are pigments. But they're a natural pigment, so I couldn't find anything really comparable on naturalpigments.com. Unless I'm just missing it, but I did not see it. But there are a lot about the earth pigments. Okay, that is 2 super full pans. Let's get some water on that brush. Here it is on a white. Here it is on a black. It's pretty. I mean, I have not seen Patty's Rose Gold in person, so I can't tell you. On screen, it looks very close. Yeah, and that was $2.25 for that sample, and it made 2 pans. So I'll sit those over to dry. All right. Let me get a baby wipe. Clean off. All right. So let's do the blue orange one. Hi, Jackie. I think that like I said, if I end up doing fairly well and selling some of the watercolors in the shop, then I think I'll probably order more of these and do some of these. Oh, this one's going to be pretty. Because I know that the Tokyo and the Crimmers are going to price out so high. This has, it looks like lavender. It says blue, but it is definitely a lavender. Put just a little bit of water, not much. Try to get that into a paste. Now it looks blue more on the screen. You'll see when I put it on paper. It is a little more insoluble, I think. Oh, it's raining again. I'm trying to make sure there's no lumps in it. Okay, let's put this in a couple pans. This is watercolor medium. I order my watercolor medium from Natural Pigments. And it's like $12.99 for 8 fluid ounces plus shipping. They have free shipping if you order enough product. There. But they come out of the United States. And it's a mixture of gum arabic, glycerin, and honey, which it's comparable to the pigments that Xandra and Patty are using. It's just a different brand. They all pretty much have the same ingredient. In fact, you can make your own. I just did not want to mess with making my own and experimenting with ratios. It was hard to find. I tried to find a recipe that talked about ratios, and none of them really, even the books I ordered, I hit the edge of that. So that's, you can definitely get 2 pans or one big full pan out of each little sample. And these are, and I'm filling them full. These are 2-gram samples. Yeah, I've kind of gotten a feel for it, that it sort of flows off the knife. It's kind of what I'm going for. I found if I add too much of the gel medium, it's sticky. If I add too much water, oh, as Patty says, oh, lava. Look at that. And it's looking blue on your screen, but it looks purple to me. Like when I'm looking at it, it looks like a violet. But when you're seeing it, it is a blue on the camera. So it's an interference. And it is really pretty. To me on my screen, it looks blue, but it is in person. But I can see blue when I hold it one way, and I see purple when I hold it another. So it's one of those ones that's just gonna, when you hold it at a different light, you're gonna see something different. Okay, and I'm filling those really full, so. All right, the next one, I'm gonna leave that little bit right there, I don't care. This next one is blue, violet, red, orange. It's also got a mica shift. It's mica, iron oxide, and silica. You can buy these in big pots too. I just wanted to try samples. There's a place in Omaha that I looked at also. Now I looked for the chroma colors. That's aluminum. The chroma ones that Patty had, you know what's making that flash that different color is aluminum. And it is a tint. It's like a trademark that they sell to companies to make paint, automotive. There was a big list because I found the company that made it, but they didn't sell it. They sell it big, like big bulk. But I couldn't find anybody that had that other than the Tokyo pigments. Okay. And I would say I'm on the average when I'm doing like 2 pans, I'm probably doing 3 to 4 of those. A little bit of water, not a lot. I found when I use too much water, I come back the next day and the pan is not full because as they cured, the water evaporated. And I'm just trying to make I'm trying not to do what I just did, which is pounce powder everywhere. And then I'm adding usually a couple more squirts of the medium. to switch hands. And Patty and the others who went to the Krimmer class learned that you don't need the glass Mueller for the micas and the glitters, the ones that shimmer that we like. So I'm not using the frosted side of my glass. Yeah, now I did find when I made the pots with the earth pigments, the natural pigments, this was a lot harder to get. They cracked. I mean, those materials were a lot harder. I haven't figured out the consistency. I muled up. I mean, I got them out what I thought was thin, but it just could be those earthen pigments are going to do that. I probably needed more water in that recipe, but I wasn't interested in making those. They came with my glass. They came in a set. From Natural Pigments, I bought a set that included palette knife, glass, a jar of medium, a bottle for water, a pigment set, and a medium-sized glass Mueller. Because we all thought that's what we needed. And that was like $140, no shipping. So this one's kind of a mulberry magenta, but it's supposed to have a shift in there too. Yeah, consistency of nail polish. I have this one a little thin, so probably when it dries, it will shrink down in the pots a little bit. I didn't put that much water, but this one feels a little thin. So I'm just filling them really full, bubbled on top, if possible tonight. I think that one might go over. Moving them after they're full is the hardest thing. Okay, let's swatch that. There's that one on a black gray. Okay, let's try that one on a white too. It's supposed to be an orange shift, but I don't really see an orange. Might as well. It's a pretty color. I think these are a little more opaque than the other ones I got. See, it looks, now I do see a purple. I don't really see an orange. Yeah, kind of a sunset. There's a little almost peachy color in there when you, and that's not rose gold. So I can sort of see where there could be something in there that okay, let's, okay, I have bumped the table and that pot's got down the side. I think one of the things you need to do is you need to have a place like a tray in front of you, which I don't right now. Let me, I've been using the lid of my watercolor box. Let me put that in front of me because it can always be re-swatched. To set it in to dry so that you can pick it up and move it if you have to. I'll just hit that again because I have it so full. I just hit the side of that one too. Now, that pot's going to be a mess no matter what I do. Okay, so I'm keeping these. Well, I don't need to keep the little bags. I have the order form. Okay, let's do this one's called Magic Blue. And I think this is going to be really similar to the one that I did that I called Night. Very much like that blue-black PBO that we like, Jean, is what I think. It swatches very similar. If it's the same. Because this one's mica, titanium dioxide, ultramarine blue, and tin oxide. A little bit of water. Trying to get that. Powder. Put a little more. medium. Now it looks more blue. It looks more like the one I did that I called night or sky. I mean, not night. It looks more blue than, doesn't look as much like there's a purple in there. But we'll see when we swatch it. Sure there's no lumps in it. We had a car in this color. I didn't like it. We had a turquoise car too. I didn't like it either. I got tired of it. I think that was it. Cuss words. I hate when I hit the side because I shake. Okay, let's put that one over to the side. I'll get the rest of this in this one. Yeah, easily you could make a full pan or 2 half pans with these little sample packets. Okay, and we'll swatch. This one, yeah, it's very similar to that other pigment that I bought. It's a little more intense, maybe. A little bit more ultramarine blue, a little brighter, but not as purple as this one. The night has that purple in it, but I definitely like that bright blue. This blue is called Magic Blue. And it is yummy. Okay. Now the fun will come when I order again and I get to mix them and play with it more. This one, I'm doing them straight up the way they are right now. This is a blue-green gold. You want one of the blues? Okay. I'll save it for you. I've got two. Let me write myself a note. I'll just make it a private link so nobody else. It'll take a couple days to cure. And then, like I told Shannon, I went to the post office today. It is almost impossible for me to get to a post office during the week now because we get out later. We used to get out at 4 o'clock and I could rush to the post office, but we don't get out till 4:10 now. So, but I could mail it Saturday. Okay, let's see what this one does. And like I said, I think this is where I'm going to go ahead and order from. They were fast. I like that you could order sample sizes so that if we wanted to try something, we could then, you know, oh, I don't like it, or yes, I do, before you commit it to a bigger container of it. And I just picked some. I mean, there were lots of other pretty colors. This reminds me of the one that I did that was called Kelp. That when it granulated blue. And this one is mica titanium dioxide. No, wrong package, sorry. Mica iron oxide titanium dioxide tin oxide. Okay. I'm going to put just a little bit more medium in there. Make sure it's all dissolved. I can see the blue here on the edges. I think it's going to granulate with the blue. Now, the other one I made had gold in it. This one has more of a blue tint. But I added gold to that one I made, that kelp. Darn it. We'll swatch this one in just a minute. Set that down. Over there. Top it off just a little more. Move that. I'm going to move them and then top them off where they're going to sit. Okay, so let's swatch this one on black. I will say it's very similar to the other one, but I think I don't see a blue, but it hasn't granulated yet. So let's try this one on the white. That's when I saw the blue in the other one. Is oh, see, I can see the blue on the white. It's kind of a silvery blue. Can you see how if I spread it out, it looks more blue on the white? See the green? Let me dry that real quick. Then I can hold it. Okay. There's green. It's going to be really hard to show you on the camera. There's green on it, but it does definitely have a blue. Can you see the green when I rock it? But when you spread it out, it goes blue. Kind of a gray blue, but there's definitely green in it. This side's more intense. It is really hard on the camera. It's a green if you're in person. It looks gold on the camera. When you look at it, there is green, but it is not green like it is on the black. So it is called blue, green, gold for a reason. Another baby white. And like I can see green on the glass. I couldn't see any blue on the glass, hardly. Okay. This next one is a green gold. I'm missing one. No. No, I'm not. I thought I ordered one that I didn't order. This one is green gold, is silica, mica, titanium dioxide, and tin. Those are the base. The base is kind of the same. The last one, you know what it reminded me of? A blue-green brocade. Okay. Oh, some shimmer in there. Making sure there's no lumps. Now this one is shimmering. Big time. Okay, let's get a couple. Yeah, it doesn't even show on the camera like the shimmer I'm seeing. I like a little dark today, I think. Even though I have the same lights on. Okay, I need to move that one over. Move that one over too now. Excuse me. I'm gonna try to top those off a little bit. Okay, let's just take that, put it on here. Okay, it's a gold and the mica is green. Hi, Patrice. And I'll tell you, on the white paper, it kind of went like the color of the rose gold with green over it. Let's try it on this paper. Now, if I spread it out, you can probably see the green a little better. Okay, now I'm not going to clean off anything because the next one I'm going to do is also a gold. So there's no point in wasting this here. This is a glitter gold. I think it's going to be very similar, except for it's not going to have the green. Though it looks like it's a little finer. It looks more like the gold that I previously got, that I used in some of the others to give a gold shimmer to. I was looking for something a little brighter gold than this dark. This is very similar, but let's see how it mixes up. It's kind of like an ochre color. And they had several different golds. What I think I want is some of that white that has like the gold, like a magic gold. Which I saw somebody had that when I was looking. Just a tad more medium. This is the last one. But I definitely am going to buy more from them. Like I said, if this little venture goes anywhere, I would definitely buy more. And if you're interested in making your own, this would be a good way to go. The sample packs would make one full pan or 2 half pans. And there are several brands of medium. Schminky has a medium out there. There are several brands. Or you can make your own, like I said. Just trying to make sure there's no clumps in it. Yeah, if you wanted to do it yourself, the sample sizes, especially in the US, because I don't, like I said, I don't know what shipping is for overseas, but somebody's already said there's an Australian company and a UK. I mean, you could find similar companies, I am sure. The one that I ordered from was called Just Pigments. And with a $10 order, it was free shipping. I just got that down the side of that one. All right, I'm going to move that pan. Just Pigments. Jean put the link up above to my shop. She also put the link to Just Pigments, and I'm leaving the chat on my video. So if you watch the playback, the links are there. I can also put them in the description. Okay. Now this one does not have a green cast to it. It is more of a gold, of a true gold. Definitely has that shimmer. I'll put it right next to that green gold. You have to remember this is on a gray, so you're going to see a little bit of the gray coming through occasionally. Now I can see the green in this one. It's kind of an apple green. Definitely see that now that it's dry. And I look at it, I can see the green in this one. And somebody had asked me, the pigment does not come with a squirt dropper. The watercolor medium that I'm using is from Natural Pigments. It's $12.99 for an 8-ounce bottle. And this was a new bottle, and I've gone through one bottle, but I've made like 125 half pans. Yeah, I know that there is a comparable site in whatever country you're in because it's common. It is used to make cosmetics. It is used to make bath bombs, soap. People use it in resin. They use it in clay when they're working with clay, polymer clay. So the pigment is not marketed necessarily as like for watercolor and paint. Yeah, I've made, the other night when Jean was streaming, I made 75. And that's the pans I have left. I've ordered 148 pans. So, plus I had some pans. Because everything you see, not there. I'm going to have to mark these. Everything you see here, I sent to Shauna too, for the most part. Then I made the sets. So I made 2 sets. This is the one with the paper. This is the in the vineyard set, which has night, leaf, sage, rose, burgundy, and grape. I wish I'd bought smaller tins. And then the set, the ocean set, has the kelp, which is the green gold, the sky, the sea, the sand, the anemone, which is a burgundy, and a jellyfish. And then I have some of the like some of those colors individually, and then like this color didn't go in the set. It was a teal. And then this is just straight up glitter. It's just medium and glitter. And then I had some pinks that didn't go in the vineyard set. That were some extra pinks. So everything's listed that I have in Etsy. These I'll probably put in my set, and then on my I'll list the extras somewhere to sell. So this is what we made today. And these are from Just Pigments, which is where I'm going to order them from now on. So assuming I move some watercolors, I'll probably get some more of these and sell them. Jean put the link, but the easiest thing is for you to email me or tweet me. And then I can, there's my email. Well, right now I'm impressed with the ones I got today. I mean, I like the other ones I made. And I'm Debbie Epps on Etsy. And what I'll do is I'll take that blue and I'll list it as a custom order for you. And then, like I said, I'll give you the link. Yeah, I like the ones that we made today. But I got to pick the colors that I ordered. So I ordered some more unique colors rather than the other ones that came. Yeah, the rose gold, like that was not in any of the sets that I saw. I was trying out different golds to find out what a gold that I liked. There are some other ones of these that I really like. The magic, the interference. Not magic blue. Blue orange color shift mica powder. And this one was the blue. And that's part of why we saw that in there. this one here, there's some more that are like this, that are clear and show up. Now you have to put them on a dark. If you put them on something white, it'll look shimmery. You'll get shimmer, but not color, which you can't see on camera. But you'll get shimmer. If I rock it, I can see a violet, or it looks kind of like a pale green. It's right here. But I doubt you can see it on the camera. I barely touched it with the brush. Yes. Jean? Yeah, you see the violet. So this one's real pretty, and it was a special one. I didn't order very many of the regular ones. I was trying to get the ones that were more dual, since I had choice. They had tons. They had like 3 or 4 pages of the mica pigments. So that's who I'm going to go with if I take this venture farther. And I didn't make dot cards either, which I probably should make some dot cards. But that's it. And it's been almost 3.5 hours. So, like I said, I think we just have. Do we have Patty tomorrow again? And Sandra tomorrow night? Yeah, last day for Joan's, the sale for Joan. For stencils on iStencil. It's a really good deal. So, and then Z will be in the evening. But like I said, the shimmer paints, besides using them obviously on black, you could use them over your standard watercolor to add shimmer. And you can see which is how I'll use them probably. Thank y'all for hanging out. Y'all enjoy the rest of the evening or day, wherever you may be. And she's going to show some more things from the shop. I think stencils and some stamps. All right, guys. Night.